good morning, everybody. It is November 10th. Glad you could join me this morning for some life drawing. I see we've got some new viewers and some old ones from the past. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome at whatever time you were watching it at your convenience. Otherwise, let's begin. Not much to say. I didn't have a good flow, I feel, last session. But as I kind of spoke towards the end of the session, I told myself not to be too hard on myself. You can have good days and bad days. So let's see if I can redeem myself. Maybe it was the poses, maybe it was just the hand-to-brain coordination, but I just felt I couldn't get the proportions right in a lot of the poses. There was no real flow, leading lines. Line weight was poor. So yeah, I feel it was a bad drawing day. Otherwise I had a good day, but definitely a bad drawing day. I have to constantly remind myself that to set the expectations where we're not always drawing the best of us, you know. You draw hundreds of images, but only really pump out one or two good ones you're happy with. But as you get better, that rate of self-satisfaction, I think, increases. And it kind of acts as a motivating factor. So it's kind of like a pro-cyclical cycle. So the better you get, the more happy with yourself you are. And that motivates you to get better. And it just kind of rolls that way. But anyways, if you're new to the stream, take a look at the timeline. It'll give you a rough idea of what's going on. Once again, I encourage everybody to upload their Discord posts today. I apologize, I haven't done it in a while. I need to do it. I need to practice what I preach, so I definitely will get some images up today. And the Discord community is growing, which is always good. So let us begin. Enough of me talking. We are recording for our YouTubers. Let's begin. Once again, I'll provide some very brief and peppered commentary, but I'll let you do the drawing because that's why you're here. Okay. You're on a smaller screen, I apologize. 2-minute clock, you might not see it, but I'll try and remind you when we get close to the time until I figure out how to add some audio effects into it, which might be a little more complicated. But otherwise, let us begin. Great pose to start off with. 2 minutes. Don't be too hard on yourself with these poses. They're just for warm up. And let's begin. 2 minutes has started on the clock. Let's see how I figure out today. I probably started a little too big there already, but that's okay. It's gonna set the pace, I think, for the rest of the pose. So a lot of foreshortening here too. Keep that in mind. Interesting finger placement. Yeah, I definitely went too low on the arm. That's okay. Your placement is throwing me off a bit. It's okay. Down to our last 15 seconds here, folks. Look at that interesting knee, how it contorts inwards. Very interesting. Okay, what did I do? My fault, folks. I drew on the wrong layer. Another very interesting pose. Let's see. That's the halfway. We'll try that. Don't ask me why I'm going with the leg first. It is what it is. Go with a little larger brush. I don't know. I don't want to go too large of a brush here. But I want you to be able to see it at home. Look at that, I did the bottom half, which is not a good idea. Some of these poses, they're just they just don't let you capture the flow of the pose because they're so awkward. I mean, I could handpick easier poses for us, and I'm so tempted to do that sometimes, but I feel we're taking the easy way out if we go that direction. This is a great example of one of those relatively easier poses, I feel. Let's find out. I think I might have messed up the proportions already with the head. It's okay. Don't know why, but the hair helps me with the head proportion. Kinda acts as a nice guideline. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Ooh. Very rough. That's okay. Way too sharp of a incline there. That's interesting line capture just there. Okay, interesting. I feel like the bust is a little small. We only got 10 seconds here, folks, so. Very simple. Okay. That was interesting. I did capture some nice lines in that previous pose. Question is, can I do it again, Hex? That's a very ugly chin line. There we go. Only 5 seconds, folks. Do what you gotta do. Once again, always suffer with that little calf muscle. Okay, our first 10-minute pose. If you're just joining us, my apologies, you missed the warm-up. Now let's take a little more tactical approach here, folks. Take your time. Not too much time, but take your time. I was kind of a little hectic last time and chaotic our last session, and I was dropping lines everywhere, and I don't know, I just was not happy with myself. I felt discouraged after that laugh drawing session. You can probably go back and see it. Sometimes I think I just need to slow down. Even if I'm not going to finish the pose, just slow down, you know, and take your time. It's not a race. I'm always got this weird, I'm sure I'm not alone, but I got this weird internal clock, you know, especially with these poses. And I have to tell myself, listen, you don't have to get that pose done. It's better if you just walk away learning something as opposed to just racing to get something done because you want to make it look good. There's a lot of great YouTube artists out there who do good stuff. The intention of this channel is so I can learn, and you can learn with me. Not to really produce great artwork, there's a big difference, right? I might have messed up the head already, but it's okay. I'm just color blocking the tone in right now. So I feel like the shoulder is kind of messed up. It needs to be at a much higher angle. I'm gonna fix that now. Something like that. Even that I'm not particularly happy with. Let's see if we can do that again. I think it just needs to be longer. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Something like that, maybe. Sometimes when you start the drawing, it doesn't feel like it's coming together, and you're kind of just questioning whether you're doing right. But then when you start adding larger parts of it, which you probably should be doing earlier, it kind of comes together. So not bad. The line work is a little shoddy, but I'm just happy it's coming together. And I'm just keeping an eye on that knee circumference, because one knee has to be higher than the other. Now, usually I don't draw a line like that just to completely obliterate the image, but I'm doing it today because I'm slowing down. Like I said, trying to figure it out. That calf muscle always throws me off. It's ever so slightly twisted. Notice the feet are together, so. Getting down to our last 2 minutes, folks. One of these days, years, I'm really gonna figure out how to render that calf muscle. I really am. Just a slight inward bump. It is my bane. I'm not gonna lie, folks, it is my bane. I might lose my EKG remote here. That's the remote for the Wacom. I forgot to charge it, so I'm gonna plug it in and hopefully give myself some time to. I feel like the leg part is right, but the upper torso definitely needs to be bigger. And I only got 50 seconds, but let's see if we can adjust it. Okay, I'm gonna have to live with that. We're on to the next pose. Let's do this. This is a very tricky pose. I know I'm being Captain Obvious there. But, what can I say? I like torturing you people. Nice line, but completely wrong. Let's see if we can get that again. No. No, no, no. Okay. Interesting. I mean... I do invite you to see if you can render those swords. I imagine it'd be a little tricky for you folks, but let's see if I can. It's a beautiful line. I mean, I wouldn't... Don't run away from it. It's a gorgeous curve to those swords. Look at that. Beautiful. Kind of adds to the pose too, doesn't it? I might no, I got it. I'm just keeping an eye on the tip of the sword to her head. I mean, so that has to stay in proportion, and I'm kind of using that as a reference. So, I feel like the head needs a lot of work, but we're gonna come back to it. Focus strictly on the pose itself. The leg needs to come out a little more, so let's do that. And that's a really shoddy line there. Just hoping my EKG remote here doesn't die on me because I need it. Helps me kind of do the undo functions a little better. This is genuinely a fun pose to work with. I hope you guys are having fun with this pose. I love the line work. The line work is just gorgeous. That bum curve, the glutamus coming down to the thigh is gonna make or break this pose. This is probably my third attempt. Let's see if I can nail it. No. Let's try 4. Okay, it's got a little more bum on her. Not the best, not the worst. I might come back to it. I'm not too happy with it. A lot of foreshortening. Okay, interesting. We got 5 minutes left. Hey folks, I feel this thigh is not out much, so I'm doing something wrong. Something is going wrong here. Doesn't feel au naturel. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. It's not jiving, man. It's not jiving. There we go. A little better? Yeah, I think so. Might have gotten a little too dark with that, but I'm gonna leave it. 3 minutes on the clock. Folks, 3 minutes on the clock. I feel I might have gone out of proportion with the bust. Yeah. The bust needs to be a little bigger. Huh. I don't know, it's a really weird angle. I don't know if I'm getting it right. I feel the bust is too small. Yeah, it really is. Should I redraw it or should I just scale it? Let's scale it. Sorry, you folks on traditional mediums. Yeah. You can kind of just watch in wonderment as I screw things up here. I don't know. I'm just not happy with the angle. You're probably seeing something different than I am, and this is the dilemma of being an artist, is introspection. I'll just leave it as is. I'm not gonna. 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the clock. 5 seconds. Wrap this up. I didn't get to her head. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, a relatively good, not bad. I mean, the line weight, there is line weight. It exists. So that's something I'm a little proud of here. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Let's do this 10 minutes. Very big difference between the previous model and this one. That's, once again, I've been Captain Obvious. But that's good. That's really good for your brain. Trust me. You'll thank me later when you're an amazing artist. This is a fan favorite. I know a lot of artists, a lot of my viewers like this gentleman. So, good. I am trying to find models and packs with individual uniqueness like this. Because not everybody has the proportions of a Victoria's Secret model. So. I want to capture this nice belly line. You know, the top of his shorts coming down to that thigh. That's a beautiful line. And I keep messing it up. Let me try it again. I'll take that. I'll take what I can get. I really thought I had an in canvas, and wow, I was wrong. Once again, I struggle with the belly. Like, giving it that very bloated, ovular look. It's just something I've struggled with. Try it again. Don't give up. How do I approach this? I'm not happy with this. Yeah, not happy with it. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. I'll come at it from a different angle and see if there's any difference. That. We have the arm. Maybe it just needs to be bigger. Let's... Not gonna lie, the struggle is real with this pose. Okay, okay. I do feel like kinda got the legs down, but other than that, I'm not too happy. That came together pretty well, yeah. I only got 3 minutes. I gave myself 3 minutes for the entire torso, abdomen, and head. I mean, good job. Good job there. I like to live life on the edge, as they say. Okay. Come on. Come together, my friend. Come together. Yes, 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 yes. That belly, I'm just gonna ignore it completely. Oof. Oh. It's really, it's slowing me down, that belly. It's got me. I'm gonna have to live with this. I really am. I mean, I'm sure shading has something to do with it, but... Let me try and see if it makes a difference, if it adds some depth to it. Not really. Not really. I'll add a little subtle shading there. And hope for the best. We're down to our last 2 minutes. Why on earth I did that? Nobody knows. Now, if I follow the Loomis method, there's the head, eye, scalpel, and jaw. So. 40 seconds. Let's do this. Kind of adding some depth to the ear. A little bit on the eye. We got that nostril. You can kind of see the upper lip with the lower. Okay. Quite happy with myself there. Definitely better than last week. Ooh. It was rough. I was struggling with the belly, but pretty good. I'm just gonna grab a sip of coffee here. You guys continue as needed. Good luck with this one. This is our first 20-minute pose. We got two 20-minute poses and then a 30. So hang in there. Okay, let's do this. This one's gonna be very difficult. I just created a word, difficult. Difficult, it means it's difficulty 3 times. It's gonna be a difficult pose. Three times the difficulty. Okay. Good lord, there is a lot happening with this pose. A lot. I already apologize. The strain and the pain this is gonna cause you. But let's do it. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. As always, I'm just going to break it down into simple shapes for the foreshortening and then take it from there. And I've already messed up on the head already, I'll tell you that. Or maybe not. I really want to get that jawline and the ear because it's going to connect with the neck, and the neck is going to connect with the clavicle. The clavicle is going to help me draw this arm. See how they all come together like that? I'm kind of using one piece of anatomy to help me align the other. And sometimes I do screw that up completely. So if you screw up one piece of the body and then you start connecting them all, you just end up making the mistake all the way down. Everybody's pretty quiet today. I imagine these poses are tricky. Plus you're drawing, right? Here I have an internal debate on where to go next, and if you do it wrong, it screws up everything else, so. I think it's coming together, but that leg might be way out of proportion, because it might be way out of proportion. Hard to tell with such dynamic foreshortening, right? We'll leave it. Remember, you got 20 minutes on this pose, not 10. So, if you think you're running out of time, you're not. Arm does seem off. This can be tricky to really render that. I don't know. It just seems it needs to be a lot more skinnier. I'm gonna live with that for now. And come back to. I'm going to figure out how to lock this canvas within the Photoshop workspace, just so it doesn't throw you guys off. That's another one of the many million things I have to do to make this stream a little more smooth. And I feel that line, whoops, from her crotch to the heel is not exactly straight. I think it's just at an ever so slight angle, but I'm going to use it as a point of reference. I'm going to try at least to use it as a point of reference here. not happy with that left thigh. Something feels off, but it's okay. I'm gonna live with it. So we're down under 10 minutes, so we gotta hustle and finish here. I'd like to get some facial details. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to that. Tough pose. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. I'm taking my time. We got 20 minutes. But I still feel I should be able to render this all. Oh, okay. That caught me off guard. Sorry about that, folks. I should have given you guys the heads up. I kind of got carried away in the face. I feel like I got the proportions right. The angle was a little tricky. But I worked on the face because I'm really bad at faces. So it's something I have to keep an eye on. We are an hour into the session. We got a 20-minute pose here in front of us. And then a 30-minute pose, Discord pose of the day. So let's take our time and let's do this, folks. We're at the last final stretch. Hang in there. hopefully you guys are having some fun. Having some fun with the the abdomen muscles here, and the six-pack, and not a lot of poses have that, so if you're welcome to spend a little time on it, that's all. I don't want to get too much into the face details for this pose, because I'm going to just end up ruining it. Just under the halfway mark, folks. Just under the halfway mark. Hang in there. Okay, folks, down to our last 2 minutes. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the head. I think it's a little small. It is a little small, but that's okay. Kind of happy I got the render in, but whoop. Really wanted to nail the face this time, but I feel I mucked it up again. Oh well, such is life. A lot of great tonality and shading can be done with this pose. You can probably spend a couple of hours on it. The good thing about these muscular poses. Down to our last buck, 20. Have fun. I did a pretty good job with that hand, but it still feels a little small. Let's try and bring it out a bit. See if that helps out. There was a bit of a gap. Fingers are always tricky. Just looking at the line work here. Not bad, 21 seconds. I really mangled up that hand. That's okay. We'll have to do. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the Discord pose of the day. Have some fun with it, folks. 30 minutes, take your time. I'm just gonna take a 30-second breather here, and then I will catch up with you folks. Seconds is 30 minutes. Should give you enough time to get the pose together, and you should get a little shading in there as well, right? Let's see if he practices what he preaches. Okay, I think that'll have to do for now. Let's see if we can connect the dots. It looks like they might connect after all. Folks, we're about to hit the 20-minute mark. Hopefully you have something that looks like the model we have in front of us. Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no. Still got lots of time, so don't be too hard on yourselves there. I do feel like the legs are a little too large. Let's see what we can do here cheating wise. Kinda works. We'll leave it. We'll leave it and see what happens. Let's try that again. Not gonna give up so fast. Fix that leg. Gonna fix the line work on that leg is poor. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Sorry about that. Just adjusted my mic, folks. There we go. I feel like this arm could come out a lot more. Ultra. I'm just keeping an eye on this little arch here between the 2 feet. It doesn't feel right. And I can't explain why. Then again, it might be. I don't know. But, oh, if folks see something different, you're welcome to interlude. I got that left arm surprisingly down well. It's just that curvature down to the arm will be an issue. Or maybe not. Maybe I just nailed it in one line. Another go at it. Come on. Go at it. There. I'm gonna live with that for now because we got 15 minutes, I mean. But I'd like to get some facial details in. Okay, this is the struggle part. Now I gotta do the Loomis method and figure out how this works. That's the top of the hairline, if I stand corrected. Oops. Oh, I did mess up that arm a bit. Kinda needs to be... I don't know how to say this. Okay, I think I know what's wrong. There we go. Interesting. Still doesn't feel right, but that's okay. Down to the last 6 minutes.
Life.
Okay, folks, 30 seconds left.
Love you too, love you too.
I'm just fooling around with some brushes here. I think I did what I had to do. And I don't want to squirt around too much now at this point. We're almost done. Proportion looks okay. I'm definitely gonna get them up there on the Discord server today. Hopefully you will too. Okay, thanks everybody for joining me. Hopefully it wasn't too difficult for you. I feel it was a lot easier than Wednesday session, so that's always good. I invite you, because I stream in 4K, you can take the images, crop them, especially if you're at 1080p, and bring them down to size, and then kind of, if you're obviously on digital, just superimpose it and see how you did. I usually do that to see where I made my mistakes. If you're on a traditional medium, I mean, you could technically print it side by side, or just hold your pad up to the screen and see how you fared. But obviously it's a little more tricky to superimpose it unless you're drawing on tracing paper. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'll be back Monday for portrait drawing. Great session. Have a great weekend. Yeah, see everybody next time. Enough of me talking. Time for the curtain call. Take care, everybody.